Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the Blitz Challenge. This is a show where we get some of the best players in the world of chess and give you a chance to play Blitz with them. At the same time, it's not just a chance to play, but after the game is over, we analyze the games. I also commentate on the games, and so it's like a wholesome experience where you can play against a grandmaster, learn from the games, and also improve. So, I will be inviting the guest of today in a bit, but until then, a big welcome to everyone in the chat. Uh, Thank you all for joining in, and there is a link in the description. The first link, it's basically the room on Play Chess where this uh, Blitz challenge will be taking place. So all of you who are interested to play can join that link over there, and that is from where you will get a chance to play against Iniyan. Okay, so yeah, welcome Shiransh, Avinash, Virendra. So the guest of today is India's 61st GM. He's just 18 years old. He is an amazing talent. He hails from a place called Erode. And the most amazing part about him is that in Erode, there were no real strong players. And Iniyan, on his own, alone, stood out, became a grandmaster, and he is India's 61st GM, which is simply amazing, this achievement. So, I guess without any further delay, let's welcome the man of the moment, the one and only Grandmaster Iniyan. Hello, Iniyan.
Hi,
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good, Sagar. How are you?
Iniyan, I'm great, Iniyan. You know, this lockdown has been tough for all of us, yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
no tournaments and all. But even in this
Hmm.
lockdown, you managed to win a tournament, I believe.
Yes.
It was the World Open, yes?
Yeah, yeah. We were open.
Amazing, amazing. Congratulations. We will talk
Thank
about
you.
it. In fact,
Hmm.
I have taken some, some parts of your life which I want to discuss about after every game. But let's
Okay.
first begin with the first game
Hmm.
for
Okay.
today. By the way, Frederick
Hmm.
Friedel is in the chat and he says, "Swagat hai
Oh.
Sagar Mahoday." He writes in Hindi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Frederick, thank you so much for being here. In fact, we will be having Frederick joining us towards the end of the show. Indian, are you excited to play against these opponents?
Yeah, very excited.
Very excited. Yeah, guys, all
Yes.
those who have not made an account, please don't join in as guests. You need an account. So please join in with a registered account because all those who are guests will not be allowed to play. So you need a registered account and a premium membership. So for that as well, the links are in the description, so you can check them out. Okay, so Indian, shall we begin? Hello,
Yeah.
hello, Indian Baba, says Frederick.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
But when you play a game, you may have to
Hmm.
remove the earphones so that I can
Okay.
commentate,
Okay.
and
Hmm.
then
Okay.
when the game is over, you can put
Yeah.
them back again.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So whom are you going to play your first game with?
Garv Gaur
Okay, let's begin.
1008.
Let's
Yes.
begin. Guys, Indian is going to play 3+2 games. And so all of you who want to play with him, his ID is SuperInd2002. You can challenge him to 3+2 game. SuperInd2002 is his ID. Okay, the game has begun. The first game here. And let me just bring the board up on your screen so that all of you can have a look at. Iniyan is playing with the white pieces and he's opened the game with 1d4. Okay, it's a queen's gambit, guys. Queen's gambit. We all love the king's queen's gambit. Also a very famous opening now with the new show. And Garv Gaur, guys, is a very strong player. Garv Gaur uh, is a Commonwealth champion under 12, if I'm not mistaken, under 12 or under 10, and very good player. He's played this move c6, which may not be the best idea in the position. And Mayur says, Sagar bhai, he's a GM. It's okay if he keeps the headphones on. Mayur, the problem is not that I may say something good to him. The problem is that I may say something wrong which may distract him. So that's why I asked him to remove the earphones. Okay, so Iniyan has a nice position. Usually you don't play b6 and bishop b7. Look how he's connected all his pieces, and c5 is a good break by black. Black seems to have played the opening pretty well. Rook fd1, cd, and I guess you must take ed. Or is he going to take with the knight? He takes with the pawn. Okay. I like black's position actually. Black is very solid. Rook to c8. And Iniyan is known for his speed, guys. He plays very quickly. He plays fast. He's intuitive. And I've been with him. I've been at several tournaments watching him play. Also at the Kramnik Microsense camp. He was a part of the camp with the young talents. And his style of play is that he's very intuitive in nature. He doesn't think often too much for his moves. Here b3. So b3 is a move where he wants to keep the pawns. He doesn't want an isolated pawn on d4. So if black takes on c4, he will take back with the pawn. B takes c4. Guys, all those who are joining in, please join in the Blitz challenge room. And if you aren't a premium member, become one so that you get a chance to play with Iniyan and also learn from him. And suddenly Garv Gaur is thinking a lot for his moves. For his move, he plays rook e8. Rook e8 is a move which is solid, but it's not without. I mean, what is the plan here? What will Iniyan do now? I have a feeling that all his pieces are well developed. Yes, he moves ahead with his knight. Knight to e5. Ooh. If you take the knight, he's going to take with the pawn. And then his rook on d1 will be opposite the black queen. Yes, all of you here in the chat can play with Iniyan. All you have to do is have a ChessBase account, a premium account, and also go to the link in the description. That's how you can play with him. He took on e5, d takes e5. And now bishop e7, queen e7. So white has more space in the position, but can you take on d5 now? I think taking d5 makes a lot of sense, but it also weakens the e5 pawn a bit. So Iniyan is thinking whether he should take on d5 or should he let it be there. Garv Gaur is giving him a tough fight, the first opponent itself, but Iniyan loves challenges. Knight to b5, wow. That was a nice move. Now the knight attacks the a7 pawn. Also is threatening to go to d6. Very nice move. Very, very nice move. He takes on c4, bishop c4. And now, how do you stop d6 or how do you stop this a7 pawn hanging? Both look very dangerous. Rook f d8, but now a7 is hanging. Also knight d6 looks strong. So Iniyan is thinking whether he should put his knight on d6 or should he play knight takes a7. Yes, he plays knight to d6. Okay, but now what if rook b8? Rook b8, is he going to take on b7 here? Rook c7 was played. He takes, and bishop a6. The rook has to go to b8. That's the only square. Somehow, Iniyan did not take that pawn. Oh, he wanted to move inside. Look at this, guys. He did not go for that one pawn. He moved in with his rook. He pins his opponent's knight on the 7th rank. A7 pawn is hanging. And now bishop b5 is a big threat, winning a full piece. Very well played. Look at how he's tied up his opponent completely. He's tied him up. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. Very well played by Iniyan. I think Garv Gaur has to find a way out from this mess, but there doesn't seem to be any, because also the c8 square is controlled by the bishop. Love it. Oh, he's played b5, but now bishop takes b5. Doesn't that work? Doesn't bishop takes b5 just work because rook takes b5, you have queen takes b5? Or is there something I'm missing? Is there some trap? Yeah, he takes. Iniyan is like, no trap. There's no trap here. Rook takes, yeah, queen takes. And now is there some disco? Some discovered attack because back rank is slightly weak. Take on e7. Smart. Queen comes back to f1. Look, guys, this is a grandmaster. He sees through all the threats. And here, exchange up, completely winning. And black has resigned. Congratulations, Iniyan. First game in the bag. Very nice game. But tell us a bit about this game. Let me just bring the board here, because I felt that your decisions, some of the decisions were very instructive in this game. Okay, let me just bring, the board. So you were playing with white. Your opponent was Garv Gaur. Do you know him?
No, I don't.
He is very young, talented boy. He is from North India, I think near New Delhi or Haryana. And he's under 10 or 12 Commonwealth champion. So he's very strong youngster. And so you had a tough opponent. You played d4, d5, c4, e6. Where do you think he went wrong? Because this is all theory.
The opening stage was pretty good.
b6 is okay?
They play h6 first for Tartakova or c6 for classical. Yeah, h6, bishop h4, and then b6 for Tartakova.
Now b6 is good. But he played directly b6.
Direct b6. Yeah. It's not so bad, but h6 and b6 is a better version. That's it.
Okay. So rook c1, c6, bishop d3, h6, bishop h4. You went here, castles. Knight b7. And I thought you may go e4 here directly, but maybe it's not the best.
But I think there is knight e4 followed by knight c3, right? Knight e4, bishop e4, knight c3.
And now look at this. This is hanging. So you have to take the bishop and then knight takes c3.
Knight c3, bishop d8, knight d1. And white will lose a pawn.
Oh, you lose a pawn.
Yeah, because bishop e7, he has knight take b2.
And if you take the rook,
and then bishop,
he takes the bishop.
Knight take d3, rook c3. And then take on f8 followed by dc4.
Guys, look at this calculation. This is tremendous. This is grandmaster calculating very quickly in Blitz that e4 was not a good idea. Queen e2 was played. c5. I think black has a decent position.
Maybe knight take d4 was also good because the rook is on d5.
Yeah.
But d4 followed knight e5 seemed like a good idea. So.
You took here. Then he went rook c8, b3, rook e8. And now knight e5. Now by the way, this move b3, are you happy with it? Is it a good move? Like, why did you play it?
Because he was planning on taking on c4 next move. Like, if I don't play b3, then d4, bishop into 3 is a threat.
So for example, let's say if I play something like h3,
then
take,
bishop
and then take here, and so this queen is overloaded, which is bad. Yeah.
So I could have played knight e5 first or b3 first, but I'm going to keep an option of dc4 and bx c4. I played b3.
So that's why you played b3 here. And then he played rook e8. You went knight e5.
Nice.
Very nice. And this taking
Maybe
this
he should
maybe
not
not
take
good, yeah?
this. Yeah.
What should he have done instead?
It's hard to play black in this position. But, maybe first take on c4.
Iniyan said black played well in the opening, but already he's in a tough situation. Well, this is what happens.
He played stereotypical moves. Every move was a normal one, but maybe not accurate.
Okay. So maybe here dc4 was better.
C4, but then I have bishop takes c4 or b takes c4. Both of them are good. Because his rook has moved from f8, I have knight take f7 options after bishop takes c4.
So after bishop c4, guys, look at this. The idea is to take on f7, king f7, and queen takes e6 with a very powerful attack. Okay, so you took knight d7, and now bishop e7, queen e7. This was a very nice move. I think now you are winning, yes, because knight d6.
Yes, there is just one complication here. b4, bishop c4. I think this happening here. Now queen g5.
This was the mate.
The mating threat, but I have f4 now, not f3, because if f3, then yes, knight take e5, followed by bishop take f3, and then there's I have to move my queen, bishop d1, and so on. A lot of complication. I think he's better here.
Yeah. So you had seen that you can sacrifice a pawn.
f4, queen f4, and then rook e7. No, queen c1 is there. I have to play knight e6.
Oh, if you take this, right. There is a tactic. So here,
I have to play knight d6 now. And then because his bishop is under attack, he has to move something, and I take either of the exchange.
Right. And white is better here. Nice. f4 was an important move to be foreseen. Very nice. He played rook d8, and now
after this, I think it's simple.
I would have taken the a7 pawn, but you played knight d6. You played like a GM. You kept control. Very nice game. Rook c7. Now take on b7. I was like, what is Iniyan doing? Why didn't he take a pawn? But look at this, bishop a6 and swooping in with the rook. There is now this pin, b5. You had seen it all. You thought for around 16 seconds here, calculating whether any tricks are possible. And no, nothing was possible because the queen was coming back. Very nice game. Iniyan. Before moving to the next next game, I have one picture of you, Iniyan, here. Can you see it?
Okay.
Wait.
No, I can't.
One second. You will see it. Just give me a second. Yes.
Yeah, I can see it now. Yes.
Yeah. Can you see it? This is you when you were 8 years old.
Yeah.
Tell us, how did you start playing chess, and why? What's the meaning of the name Iniyan?
I started playing when I was 5. I was playing in home with my family, and then went to my coach because I was playing. I had an interest for the game. My parents saw it, and then I went to an academy. And then I started playing well. And this picture was taken in the World Underage Championship. I had got silver medal in the nationals and qualified for the Worlds. And it was my the second time going abroad. The first one was for the Asian Championship. And this tournament is one of the important one in my early career. It was where I met strong players from around the world, and it was a heavy competition there. At this point, I had a team of 1,500 or 600, I think. And,
I think you won bronze medal, right, in this tournament?
I tied for bronze.
You tied for bronze. You finished 5th. And what's the meaning of name Iniyan?
The meaning of the name Iniyan is sweet boy.
Sweet boy, guys. We have sweet boy Iniyan here with us. Very nice. Thank you, Iniyan, for telling us. Let's move to the second game. Now we want to know a bit about you. So after every game, I will put a photo and we'll ask something about so that we get to know more about you. So let's go to the game number 2. Who's your opponent this time?
Scorpion 29.
Okay, let's go with Scorpion this time. Scorpion 29. And guys, Iniyan's ID is Super Ind 2002. Yes, the game has begun. I don't know who Scorpion is. 1 second, let me get it on the screen here, the game. Yes, here we have the game. Oh, Iniyan has white pieces once again. He opens the game. Oh, we have the Benoni. We have the Benoni here. And d6, e4, g6 and knight e2. Wow. Oh, he puts, by the way, guys, Iniyan is a terrific attacker. Yeah. So we will see a6, a4. Yeah, stopping. I want to guess how many moves can I guess of Iniyan. Let's see. Knight, castle. Yes, got it. Rook b8, a5. Bishop g5. Wow, I'm learning something new. Okay. h6, bishop e3, but Iniyan. Now b5 is not possible because it's controlled. Okay. What was the idea of going to g5 and coming back just to provoke? Queen d2 now? Attacking h6. Queen d2. I like queen d2 move. Iniyan, would you like to? Yes, I play. F4. Let's go attack. Iniyan, f4. Yes! Iniyan is on the attack. Okay. F5 looks. Knight c7, maybe e5 with the idea of d takes e5, f5. Iniyan has played e5, f5. Iniyan. I'm playing well, guys. I'm playing well like Iniyan. Full on attack. Okay. Maybe g5 by opponent here. Looks likely. You see how he's weakened Black's kingside a bit. b5. Okay. What to do now? Maybe you take on b5, a b5. How do you go in? Like, can you go fg, fg, bishop d3? Oh, he plays d6. Knight e8, ab, and takes on b5. Ooh, nice. Look at the tactical alertness, guys. Look at the tactical alertness. He takes on b5. And now, what should black do? Queen b6. But okay, knight is safe there. How should we break through here? Shall we take fg6 now? I like fg6, take on f8 and bring the other rook to f1. I like this way of playing. What is Iniyan thinking? Maybe he's thinking bishop c4, but bishop c4, maybe he has to worry a bit about bishop a6 ideas there. Scorpion 29 is playing very fast here. What to do now? I like fg6, but maybe Iniyan thinking here means it's the critical moment, guys. Knight e4. What's the plan? He's putting pressure on c5. Now bishop a6. Attacking the b5 knight. Because f6 is still not possible. Oh, he plays bishop to b7. Knight takes c5, knight takes c5, b4, then knight b3 was there. So knight c3 was played by Iniyan. Somehow it seems like black has managed to sort of get his pieces together, yeah, or not yet. Iniyan had sacrificed a pawn, but he has recovered it, and his pawn on d6 is very powerful passer. I don't know what will black do. Yeah, he's tied him up. It's like he's tied him up in ropes here. I'm just trying to figure out where is the counterplay coming from. Guys, I can guess a few of GM's moves, but the real GM quality is if you can convert plus positions into win. Now rook d8. Okay, let's guess his move. Bishop c4. Is that a good move? I've been shouting since a long time to take on g6, but Iniyan is like, no, he wants to maintain the pressure. Somehow he feels that maintaining the pressure is a good idea. Knight d5, bishop d5, queen d5 doesn't look the best. Yes, bishop c4 is played. Okay, nice. So now the threat could be bishop takes f7, rook takes f7, and f takes g6, perhaps. That is a big threat, guys. Knight f6, okay. Now d6 pawn is under pressure. D6 pawn is under pressure. Could we play rook a d1? But then knight g4. Is black getting some counterplay? Rook a d1, knight g4 maybe coming in. I would love to play bishop takes f7, but it doesn't seem to work here. Especially, he plays queen to c2. He's putting pressure on the g6 pawn. See, very smart. And if knight takes d6, knight takes d6, rook takes d6, maybe he wants to play bishop takes f7. That is his idea. Okay, now take on d6. Let's take it. Yeah, rook takes. And now bishop takes f7. Can we take? Because see, the queen on c2 attacks g6. Or has Iniyan? Yes, Iniyan takes on f7. That was his plan. g6 is the... But maybe g5. g5 move keeps the position closed. Maybe black still has some chances. Yes, he plays g5. Scorpion 29. Fighting hard. Well done, Scorpion. White is definitely better with the black king being slightly weak. King h8. Oh, knight a4. Nice move. c5 pawn is hanging, and not just hanging, guys. It's also... But queen c6. Queen c6 keeping pressure on the g2 point. And now if bishop takes on c5, the rook can move away. And you cannot take on f8 because there is c2 hanging. Iniyan is thinking he is not being given an easy win here by his opponent. Scorpion 29 making Iniyan sweat it out hard, but definitely Iniyan is better. He takes the pawn on c5. Rook d8, very nice move. So rook cannot be taken. The queen is hanging on c2. Super Ind 2002 is Iniyan, and Iniyan is one of India's very, very strong youngster. But rook d2 was a threat here, so he defends it with rook f2. Now d6 is hanging, g2 is defended. So where will the rook move from d6? Shall we go rook d5? Good move, Mayur. Very nice. Knight to g4. Oh, knight g4, bishop d6. Exchange, knight takes f2. Queen takes c6, bishop c6. And this is getting close. This is getting close. Iniyan thinking whether he should save his bishop. Oh, he attacks on e7. d2. Oh, f6. What a move. What a move here. And now the bishop is trapped on g7. Brilliant play. But it's not over, guys. It's not over because after fg7, king g7, you are attacking g6 and also a4 is hanging with rook d1 mate. Man, Iniyan is thinking king f1 and f6 is lost. Wow, what insane complications. And Scorpion has somehow managed to outplay a grandmaster. This is not easy, guys. This is not easy. He's won now another pawn. King e1. Will Iniyan be under trouble? He's down to 9 seconds. He's also 2 pawns down. But now black under pressure because there are some mating ideas. Rook to c2. Knight e2 is played. Bishop f3. Knight g3. And e4. Oh, rook a8 mate. Rook a8. Wasn't rook a8 coming there? He blundered a piece. He blundered a piece. The pressure got to him. But still, he has a lot of chances to draw. Rook f8 is a mate, guys. Rook f8 is a mate. Where to go with the king? King e3, rook, king e2, king d4, king e5. He's bringing his king in, and what a mate. What a game, Iniyan. What a game. That was too complicated. I thought at some point you were going to...
At some point I was lost.
Yes.
It was going well. I did some tactics, bishop f7, then I must be better. But then I allowed this rook d8, rook d2.
It was a crazy game. And Scorpion 29, whoever you are, you have played an excellent game. Would you agree, Iniyan?
Yeah. They played fantastic.
Good fight by Scorpion. I just want to get your thoughts on a couple of moments in the game because it was so instructive, this entire game. And Iniyan, I was trying to guess your moves till a point I could. He played the Benoni, and then after that you got in F4. Oh, the entire chat is saying, "What a game! Amazing roller coaster! Good game, Iniyan." Yeah. Knight G3, Bishop E2. This is all very common stuff. But Bishop G5, provoking H6, right? Coming back.
Yeah, so that I can get a tempo by Queen D2.
You get a tempo, F4, and now E5. Yes, this is a very typical pawn sacrifice, right?
Typical move, yes. Yeah.
Guys, look at this. Okay, Iniyan, I will explain this, and you tell me if I explain it right or wrong. If Black's pawn was on, let's imagine, Bishop E3, the same thing that happens as in the game, F4, and let's say he plays some random move. I want to just play some King H8. Now E5, DE, F5 is not as powerful because these pawns are very solid. So the point of you provoked H6 made this E5, D takes E5, F5 very powerful. Is that true?
I wasn't exactly aiming for this because I didn't know this knight e8, knight c7 is what he's going to play.
Okay.
But the version that happened in the game is much better for me with the h6 and king h7.
Yeah. So, okay, provoking this helped Iniyan quite a lot here. F5. Now
and
B5.
by this point, I am much better.
Yes.
I should have finished it off here somewhere.
You take... Tanmay Srinath was your opponent. Tanmay Srinath. Okay, got it. Tanmay.
Okay,
Do you know Tanmay? He is an author at ChessBase India. Also, he's...
I have read some of his articles.
Fantastic. Tanmay, you played very well. Well done. Knight takes B5, Queen B6, Knight
I was thinking he was going to play Bishop A6 here for so long, and I wasn't sure what to do after, like with my knight on G3, and if he plays Bishop A6, I have to move my knight somewhere, and then Bishop take E2 followed by Queen B6.
How here Rook takes A6 is coming?
No, I mean Queen B6 after Queen B6.
Queen B6, Knight E4.
Now his idea is Bishop A6 followed by Bishop E2 and Queen take B2 is there.
So if he played Bishop
A6, I was planning Knight E3 so that I can defend that. And then Knight E5, Knight C7 if possible.
Knight
D5 and then Knight C7 and then get inside.
Got it. So he played Bishop B7. Maybe here B4 was very good, perhaps. Yeah, like instead of Knight E4, maybe B4. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh. Yes, it seems good. Like I was planning on consolidating first, and then all focus was on the king side, like FG6 or Bishop C4, Bishop F7, something like that.
True.
So I wanted to defend the queen side first. Bishop B7.
B7, Knight C3. Now Rook D8. Good move. Bishop C4. Knight DF6. And now
if he didn't Knight F6, then I had Bishop take F7.
Yes. This was a big threat here.
And take and then Queen C2.
Take. So basically, let's say if he plays something like Bishop A8, then take, check here
king,
and
take,
check.
Queen C2, E4, Knight E4. Scam.
Wow. And this king is very weak. So he played Knight DF6, then you played Queen C2, Knight takes, Rook takes.
I could have played Knight A4 and then followed by Bishop C4, which I think could have been much simpler.
Would have been much simpler. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just taking an exchange.
And now there's no pin here, so you can win a exchange. But in the game, you are like, this looks very tempting, so you took it.
Yeah, because I can always play Knight A4 the next move. He has to play G5 and then I will play Knight A5. I thought so.
But he turned out to be very tenacious here.
Yeah, because I was planning Knight C5 here. The bishop, I wanted the bishop to control the d2 square, but then he has Knight G4.
Okay.
And then
you can't take here because queen is hanging, and this bishop cannot remain on this diagonal. Very nice. So Bishop takes c5, rook d8. Now you played rook f2 and he played knight g4.
G4,
You
yes.
took here, takes, take on
And now,
c6.
yeah. Now it became very complex. Like maybe I should have played king take f2, but even then he has rook take d6. I move my knight, rook d2. Like let's say knight c5, rook d2, king e3. He takes on g2. And then I have this pawn on f5, which is very strong with the bishop on g6. That there is some kind of mating net. But he also has two bishop, and he can probably give a bishop for a pawn and try to nip off.
Yeah.
This is what I should have done. But then I thought bishop e7 and followed by
This
f6.
looked
I'm
very
winning
tempting.
a piece, but yeah,
Look at
I was down to about 15 or 20 seconds, I think. And after knight g4, I was lost.
Very nice move. Yeah, because if you take here, he
Take
takes
king
here.
g7, I have to move my bishop and then rook take g2.
If you play here,
yeah, rook take g2.
Yeah.
King moves, knight take h2. King moves, and then rook g1 and rook a1.
Oh my god. This you would have lost the game. So you were very alert here. You were like, okay, let me quickly run away from here.
It was just trying to confuse me in the timetable. If he had played rook take g2, I'm still lost. It's the same idea. Knight takes h2 for rook g1.
Right. This might be very strong here. Rook takes g2. But he took on f6. You came
and now
back.
I had some breathing space. Like I was not lost immediately.
Yeah, but two pawns are less. Here, knight e2. And somehow, I guess...
And now I have this knight 5 and several ideas now.
Yeah.
My knight came to g3 and it's quite active.
Rook
and he gave up
should
this
win,
piece,
no? Here, rook also, or no?
Rook 8, he has knight g8. I have to play bishop f7. He has e3, rook take. I saw this one. Bishop f7, e3. Then I take g8, king up, and then can't prevent rook c1, I think. Or bishop c3, rook f5.
My god. Okay, guys, this is can't argue with the GM here. Bishop takes f6. He won a piece. Rook takes.
And I think he was planning e3 here, but then forgot that f3 is hanging, or something like that.
And now look at how your three pieces are forming such a beautiful mating net. Can he go king g8 and try to defend, or?
I will play rook 6 and then the same thing.
Sorry?
I'll play rook e6 or rook d6 and then go for the...
Anyway, it's
his king can't escape even if it comes to f8, right?
Too good. Look at this, guys. Such a nice combination of the bishop, knight and the rook. This is called teamwork. Very nice. Rook h1. And now another member joins the team with the king. 4 pieces in the attack in the endgame. It's so pretty. Check and game over. Well played, Iniyan. Well played, Tanmay Srinath, Scorpion 29. Let's go to the third game. But before going to the third game, one more picture is this one. Can you see this?
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about your family. What does your father do? Your mother, your sister, their names. Tell us a bit about them.
Okay. My father is Paneer Selvam. He works in the highways department.
Okay.
And my mother is Saranya. She is a housewife. And my sister is Iniyan. She's studying in 8th grade. It's my father who noticed my talent for the game, my interest in the game, and joined me in the academy. And he used to work with me quite a lot in chess. And my mother, after some time, due to office work and other things, my father couldn't travel with me. So from then on, my mother came with me for most of the times and helped me in a lot of ways. Like it's comfortable having someone like mother around you in the tournaments. And my sister is studying in 8th grade and is a genius. She knows much more than me in a lot of things.
Really?
Yeah.
Except chess, yeah?
Yeah. She says that if she had the interest to play chess, she would have been much better than me by now.
Very nice. What a nice
Does
family.
whatever she does best.
Yeah, whatever she does the best. Very nice family. Let's go to the third game, Iniyan. Who is your opponent this time? Whom are you choosing? Let's see.
Let's go to Padmaesh.
Okay, Padmaesh is the lucky guy now. Let's go to that game. Padmaesh, Accept the challenge from Super Ind 2002. Is Padmaesh there? Or is he not accepting your challenge? Then you can go with someone else. Iniyan, can you hear me?
I have challenged him. And
Padmaesh, if you are listening to this, accept the challenge
yeah,
or else.
the game started.
Okay, Padmaesh has taken the challenge. Padmaesh, a regular viewer of ChessBase India, and he is actually a very lucky guy. He gets to play against everyone. Here also he's playing, and this time it's Iniyan who is black. By the way, Iniyan is a tremendous King's Indian player. Let's flip the board to see it from the black side now. E5, D5. My god, this is going to be an attack. He plays A5. And A5 in Padmaesh castles. Knight A6. Okay. Other way was to go directly knight H5 and F5, but he plays knight A6, queen C2, knight C5. Okay, let me do the guessing game, yeah? Let's do the guessing game. The guessing game is to see my chances of becoming GM. H6. Yes. Okay. Bishop E3, knight G4. Yeah. Okay, bishop D2. Go back. Bishop D2. Or bishop C5. Can you take bishop takes C5? D takes C5 and H3. I don't think Iniyan is concerned about that. H3 just knight F6 back. Knight takes E5. Maybe knight takes E4 or knight takes D5. Oh, he F5. Yeah. Let's go forward. Let's attack F5. Nice. This entire thing with bishop G5. Maybe he had to take on C5. Playing bishop D2 might be slightly slow. Padmaesh plays knight E1. Can we go knight? Oh, F4. Let's go F4. Come on, Iniyan is thinking. Yeah, Iniyan is like, this is an interesting moment. Should I play queen H4? Should I play knight takes H2? Should I take knight takes F2? So many options. I like that F4 move a bit because bishop G4 I can take back bishop G4. What do you think, guys? F4. Let's go F4. Okay. Whenever a grandmaster thinks, guys, it means there are a lot of options in the position which he's trying to understand, which he's trying to calculate. What all are the possibilities? He's thinking knight takes E4, F takes E4, queen takes E4. Then he's seeing whether F2 is hanging, bishop F5. Oh, bishop F5 traps the queen in the middle of the board. Okay, so that's why Iniyan is taking his time. That is why he's taking his time here. And he's down to 2 minutes. He's down, but he takes on E4, right? And now maybe bishop G4 first to be safe. Bishop G4, but now knight takes E4. That is a blunder. Oh, he takes on H2. Nice move. If you take king H2, queen H4 was the idea. Takes on C5, takes on F1. I think Iniyan managed to confuse his opponent and he is exchange up. What a game. Queen G3. Oh, he takes on G6 and the rook comes from A6. Now bishop F5. These are moves which are not so easy. Yeah, these are difficult moves. But look at Iniyan's speed. He played rook A6, bishop F5. Now he's going to swing over his rook to G6. Love it. Guys, love it the way Iniyan is playing. Yeah, what do you think? Are you learning from one of India's absolute top youngsters? Okay, queen H2. Now, what shall we do? You are winning, but you need to convert it well. Otherwise, you know this typical thing which used to happen with me when I was young, which in Gujarati I would say jitta jitta hari gyo, which means I lost a winning game. This may happen again. So Iniyan is thinking that there is a pin down the G file. The F3 knight is a bit soft. How can I take advantage of this? Because knight h4 is a threat. If bishop e4, knight h4, I don't like. So how to take advantage of this? He plays bishop e4, but knight h4. Maybe he wants to go rook g4. Anyway, rook g4 is his idea. Okay, knight h4. Maybe rook g4. Yeah, let's go Iniyan. He plays g3 now. I get a feeling that there can be some... Oh, queen to f6. Now rook h4, queen h4, queen f3 could be an idea. Bishop e2. But rook h4 now. Rook h4. If queen h4, queen f2. If gh4, queen g6. I like it. Oh, he didn't play. He played rook. Wow, if you take bishop g5, hg5, the knight is trapped because knight g2, queen f2. And how do they find these moves so quickly? Rook e1, c6. c6 move and again, this is some tremendous bit of play. He has got the white queen on h2, which is quite a passive position. What is black going to do? Bishop f1. Takes on d5. cd, bishop d5, yeah. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he has an extra pawn as well as an extra exchange. Doesn't seem very difficult. He plays e4. e4. Rook t1. Maybe bishop c3 is a threat. Is it? Just put bishop back on c6. Looks good, no? Bishop to c6. Yeah, just keep it safe. Padmaesh is giving a tough fight to his opponent, but it seems... Oh, but now hg5. Where do you go with your knight? Oh, knight f5. I think Iniyan missed it. Or queen takes b2. 97 was there. This is interesting. This is interesting. The position is not completely clear now. Take on g7. Bishop d7, rook h8. I think he missed rook h8. Rook h8 is a nice move. Or no? Oh, rook d8. Rook d8. Oh. H3, queen e7. e3. Oh, man, what a game. What a game. Amazing. e3 is played. If f takes e3, queen takes e3 may come in. So king h2, but now e takes f2. e2. Oh, he's about to queen. He's about to queen. This is game over, guys. Game over. Very, very interesting and exciting game. Again, just managing to outplay his opponent. Bishop f5. Last trick in the book. Last trick. Queen h7 is a check, but I think rook h8 wins the queen. Now rook is hanging. It's time to resign the game. Yeah. Queen takes f5 and that is game over. Well played, Iniyan. Well played. Guys, Iniyan OP in the chat. Yeah, Iniyan OP because that is a fantastic game. There's a mate on g2. Padmaesh not giving up right till the very end, but it is over now. Wow, Iniyan, you are playing some super complicated games today.
When have I ever not played complicated games?
Sorry?
When have I ever not played complicated games?
That's your style. That's your style of play. Tell us a bit about this game. Where did your opponent go wrong? Or was it... because it was the king.
I think made a mistake in the opening middle game stage. This is the Petrosian system.
Okay, all good. But maybe here, bishop e3.
Here, maybe bishop to h4 or bishop to d2. People don't play bishop g5 much here. Like they do it on before castling.
Here
Yeah,
directly bishop
yes.
g5 would have been better, but he went here.
Castling, and here people they try to go for b3, a3 rook beyond b4 fast because black is getting an attack after knight moves and f5. So white should do.
So this was just helping you in a way.
Yeah, it was helping me gain tempo.
What about this move?
Bishop c5, pawn c5.
And if h3?
H3 knight back.
And then if
Knight
I
f6.
take this, does that worry you?
Take, that is always something like knight take d5.
Yeah, and this is okay, yeah, for
This
you.
is okay, yes. Black will have a great compensation for.
Yeah, because you have the two bishops. Correct.
Even if the pawn is going, I don't think the pawn is going at all. Like it's just equal material.
No, pawn is not going.
It's knight f7, knight b4, and then knight d8, knight c2, and the knight is trapped on d8.
So bishop d2, you went f5.
F5.
And knight e1.
And here I could have played normally, like just knight f6 is good. But then I thought I'm getting this variation at f4 and knight h2, so why not go for it?
What was coming?
Knight f6, f3, f4 followed by g5, g4 is good. Because
so,
white has
also directly f4 is also okay, yeah? I was thinking you would go for this. But then all of a sudden...
It's always better to force white to play f3, I think. Because then there's no change in pawn structure. I can easily break with g4.
So you want to force him. So that's why you would have begun with knight f6.
With knight f6.
f3 and then f4.
Then
okay,
f4.
Got it. And what about here? When he took here, you took on h2. I was thinking...
knight takes c4. Knight e4 first. Queen e4, bishop f5, and then queen f3. There's nothing queen here, F3. Unfortunately.
I thought queen is trapped, but no, queen f3 is there. Right. And here, knight e4. Sorry, knight takes h2. Knight h2. What a nice. How did you spot this?
Because I saw his bishop is on d2, so that the knight on f1 is not trapped in case he moves his c5 knight. And if king takes 2, there is queen h4 followed by queen e4. I'm just pawn up.
Amazing play. So he played c5. You took on f1, bishop f1, dc, and now queen g6. Again, a very nice move. Rook a6, bringing your bishop to f5, and then rook swung over to g6, queen h2. Bishop e4, knight to h4 was played, rook g4, and I liked one more move here, rook to g5. What a nice move.
He can never take
it. He can never take because the knight is trapped, f2 square is hanging, f2 pawn is hanging. So he had to play rook e1.
Something else.
And here you played c6. Some of your moves were so difficult to guess. Even here, knight f5. It seemed like he was fighting back, but not really, right?
But after queen e5, he has to exchange the knight, and then it's nothing. I'm a pawn up, and e3 is coming.
Yeah.
I could have played rook h8 here itself.
Yes, but okay. And here you won. Very nice game. Padmaesh, as always, good fighting chess. Padmaesh, keep it up, keep going. He has given tough fights to Gukesh, Stembuliak, everyone. He's played well. So even with you, he has given a tough fight, right?
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, in the chat, we have Ashwin Subramaniam. You know him, Iniyan. And he sends...
Yeah, I don't know.
And also Frederick says, how can someone think so fast? Well, Fred, that is Iniyan for you. Tremendously quick. And next picture, before we go to the next game, is about your coach, K. Vishweshwaran. Tell us a bit about him.
I went to Vishwesh in when I won the state under-9 championship. So I went to him at the age of 9. I was the youngest student there at the time. And he is very, very dedicated. And he helps us whenever we ask for it. And he's always there. Over the years, we have had a lot of fun. And also we he helped me to grow in my career. Without him, I would not have been a GM in the first place, I should say. So
Okay.
I'm very thankful for him.
Nice, guys. K. Vishweshwaran, one of the best trainers of India and also coach of Iniyan. Iniyan, shall we go to the next game? Who is your opponent
Yeah,
that you're going to choose this time? And before you choose, can I bring myself water? If you can give me a second.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Whom
So
are you
we'll
playing?
play. Mm,
Alan Jones says, nice live stream. Can I get a chance to play against GM Indian? My ID is Alan Jones. Is Jones a premium member? Is he there in the room?
no, I don't see Alan John.
Okay, Alan Jones, you have to come in the link in the description. Blitz challenge room. That link. Let's see until then whom will you play, Indian.
Vishwajeet Singh.
Okay, Vishwajeet Singh. Let's Vishwajeet Singh, please accept the challenge from Super Ind 2002.
Yeah, let me start now.
Game has begun. Game has begun. Okay, let's see. And Indian, this time white plays knight to c3 against Vishwajeet Singh. He likes to play direct chess, yeah, Nimzo Indian. Is the opponent going to play bishop b4? Vishwajeet Singh thinking for his move. Vishwajeet, yeah, he plays the Nimzo. a3 takes. Okay, guys, it's a battle between two bishops for white and a better pawn structure for black. Who's going to get an advantage? e5, bishop d3. White wants to blast open the position. Black wants to keep it closed. Knight to e2, b6. Indian is super quick. He castles an f4. Should we do f4 now? No, but e4 might be hanging. Let's go bishop g. Okay, first knight g3. Nice move. Nice move. Okay, Indian. Calm, yeah? First calm. Now f4 can be a big idea because if the f file opens up, then the bishop can go to g5 and pin the knight there. Let's see what black is going to do against it. h6 maybe. h6 seems so slow. f4. Bishop b7, and now can we go f4, e takes f4, bishop f4, but e4 pawn may be hanging. Okay, so what is Indian going to do now? Because he wants to play f4, but knight f5, why not? Why not jump in with the knight to f5? That's a nice juicy square on f5. Guys, what do you think? Gizmo Girl says these blitz games are too fast. They are fast, but I'm trying to explain a little bit as much as I can. Bishop g5, and now if h6, Indian will go knight f5. I'm for sure that he will do that. I'm sure. And Vishwajeet Singh being put under a lot of pressure here. Sai Srivardhan Ram, thank you so much. Yeah. What to do? f4 may come up next. h6, but now knight f5. And now Indian is getting ready. Oh, he plays bishop f4 so that if g5, then knight f5. Okay. Very interesting. What should Vishwajit do? I would be very tensed if I were in Vishwajit's shoes right now because the white center is so powerful. Also, the knight is jumping to h5 now next. Also, f4 is coming up. So all these problems are in the air. Guys, all those who have not been premium members of ChessBase account, please consider becoming one. You not only get to play against these GMs, you get some very good features. And we want to do this Blitz challenge every week. So you will get a chance to play with a top player once in a while. Knight to f5 by Iniyan. Okay. And also queen d2, you can take queen d2 is coming up next in the position. Rook fc8. Why rook fc8? What's the point of this? d5 is possible, but Iniyan says, I'm going to open up the position with f4. But f4, don't you think now that e4 pawn is hanging like e takes f4 or even knight takes e4? This seems slightly worrisome because knight takes e4. There could be knight e7 check. Knight f8. No, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. d5 now. Knight takes h6. Yeah, and then rook takes f6. This is over, guys. This is over. Iniyan has crashed through. Iniyan has crashed through. Very nice game. Rook takes f6. And also look at the time. He's not spent any time for these moves. Knight g6. Let's bring the other rook in. And how do we finish him off? Queen takes h6 maybe? Or rook takes g6, fg6. No, that doesn't win. Yeah, just queen h6. It's good. Srini says, Sagar bhai, your kid will be the youngest GM ever. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Bishop takes g6 seems... Oh, there's queen g2 mate. Vishwajeet Singh, you scared GM Iniyan at least for a second. That was a good job. Good job. Well tried. Queen d4 check. King h1. I guess. Oh, bishop f2. Nice. And now queen h7 is checkmate. Nice game. Nice game. Time is up and very nice. Iniyan, you played full center control. What a nice attack. Tell us what happened. Just a second. Very quickly. Let me get the board here. So, in this position, yeah, you were playing with the white pieces. And you said, okay, let's go for the Nimzo Indian. Let's allow Nimzo Indian.
The Samish variation.
Yeah, the Samish variation. And white has the bishop pair, strong center, but black has the superior pawn structure.
Yeah. He should have played... he should have controlled the center with something like c5 and e5.
Here, c5 would have been
better. He should have went for dynamic plan, like Garv moves previously. Like before knight d6 and knight d7. Either he should have played c5, d5, cd4, d6, something aggressive like that. Or play b6, bishop a6, knight c6, knight a5, pressure on the c4 pawn.
Look, this is a very important plan. c5. Yes. So let's say you go c5,
e5,
e3, knight c6,
knight
bishop
c6,
d3,
and then
b6, knight e2, bishop a6,
castle. Castle first, maybe. Black castle first.
Okay.
Yeah, now black castle. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Castle, and after
and then followed by knight a5, e4, and knight e8.
This is a very famous game, yeah, of Capablanca.
You may play.
Yeah, because you want to meet f4 with f5.
F5, okay. Yes.
Got it. Very nice. Thank you, Iniyan, for showing us this line. d6, f3, knight bd7, e4, e5, bishop d3, queen e7.
Queen e7 is not necessary. If you play queen e7, then the logical combination should be to follow with bishop e7 and long castle. But in that he castle sharp, which makes no sense.
And now this f5 square is weak. And if you play g6, then the dark squares would get weak. So it's some trouble here. And I was very surprised here with your move f4. Like, was it necessary, or can he win a pawn
F4
here?
is no, knight is on for knight c8.
Yes, but is that good?
No, I
Like,
will take that, and afterwards I will play d5 too.
and
No,
then
wait,
he'll.
I just have d5 directly. The queen is trapped on e6.
Oh, you have direct d5, and the queen is trapped. So if king h8, d5.
d5.
Nice, nice. Okay,
His
knight
position is
f8.
hard to play by now because I always have this f5, d5, and then attack the g5 with queen f3, queen c. But knight f8 makes things much easier. F6 knight is unprotected now. I have several ways to win after this.
Yeah, you played the most direct one and take on f6. Very nice.
Queen h.
Queen moved in. Rook came in. Guys, the way he finishes off is amazing. And I'm very proud of Vishwajeet Singh because he managed to threaten a mate in one. For any careless player, that would have been something to worry about, not for Iniyan. He spotted it immediately. And now, check, and it's game over. Well played. Well played, Iniyan. Let's go for the next game. But before that, I want a next picture and some thoughts of yours on that. How was it to meet Vishy Anand for the first time in your life, and what has been his role in your life?
Well, this was when I became an IM. It was in 2016, and there was a function in a nearby college, and they had invited Anand sir to give awards to the good chess players in the nearby region, and I was one of them who received this, and it was amazing to see him. Like, I had seen him in the 2013 match before, but he was playing inside the glass wall, and I was sitting in the audience seat, so it was not meeting. And when I was invited to speak to him for 2 minutes, and I was standing right in front of him, I couldn't even believe it that I didn't even like my mind blanked out for 2 minutes. Like I wasn't seeing him even though he was standing in front of me.
Wow.
And then I realized, oh, Anand sir is here.
And also he tweeted when you became a GM. So, and you both are you have been in touch with him, in between intermittently.
Not much, but I have seen him in 2 or 3 functions, and he has given me award twice. So I do know him a little bit.
Brilliant. And very nice. You know, some people do say that you look a little bit like Anand. Like when Anand would be young, you look similar.
Especially my relatives, they are always like, you look like Anand. There is also this photo where I sit in his pose, and they saw it next day in a video of Anand, and he was sitting exactly the same way. And everyone started asking about.
Nice. Okay, guys, in the chat, do you think Iniyan looks like a bit like Vishy Anand? Let us know. While Iniyan goes for the next game, Iniyan, who is your opponent this time? Whom are you going to choose? Kimaya Virle has sent a super chat. Iniyan OP, can I play with him? My ID is Kimaya S Virle.
I do see. Yes.
Okay, so you're going to play with Kimaya Virle. Okay. Kimaya Virle, super in 2002. Accept her. By the way, Padmaesh, when you accepted the challenge, it showed DGT board. Are you playing on a DGT board? How is it? Let me know, because I was very surprised to see. Okay, the game has begun. D4, D5, C4. Iniyan is white. Again, white. He's a monster with white pieces. Slav this time. So we've seen the King's Indian. We've seen the Queen's Gambit declined. Now we are seeing Slav. So much to learn. A4. Yes, he does. Iniyan is clearly a clone, says Frederick. And knight d7, he takes on c4, queen c7. Maybe f3 is a move here. G3 is also a move. I think G3 is the main line. Let's see if Iniyan is going to play G3, or is he going to steer off main line theory. Mainline theory is g3, but he goes bishop g5. You see how grandmasters always have some different sets of ideas up their sleeves. Bishop g5, e5, but with the bishop on g5. Yeah, bishop takes f6. Now you can't take with the knight because e5 pawn is hanging. So you must take with the pawn. And after e4, it's moving very quickly. Maybe bishop g6. Maybe bishop g6 could be an idea. Well, the opponent isn't making the move. Kimaya is thinking a lot. She's thinking whether she should go to e6 or should she go to g6. Both look slightly unappetizing. The position looks already much better for Iniyan. But she's losing a lot of time on the clock. Oh, she took on d4. But now after e takes f5, or is Iniyan going to play queen takes d4? Queen takes d4, bishop c5, maybe queen d2 is a possibility. Or e takes f5. Iniyan is thinking now. He has a choice to make. Queen takes d4. And bishop e6. I like white's position because black's pawns are a bit weak. But also, black has the bishop pair, so does it compensate for the slight spoiled structure on the king side? It's a war. And maybe Iniyan goes now bishop e2 and finishes off his development. Or does he play rook d1 with the idea of knight d6 check? Let's see what Iniyan does. Black has a clear tempo in the position. She wants to play bishop c5 at the right moment. Here. Long castle is not possible because for black because a7 pawn is hanging and Iniyan plays queen e3. But now bishop c5. Looks like black is getting some play here. Queen g3. Oh, Iniyan is going into an endgame. But an endgame should favor black, no? After queen takes g3, h takes g3, castles, long castles. I like black's position quite a lot. Because he can always undouble his pawns with f5. Or even directly long castle. Yeah. Well played by Kimaya. I like black's position. Kimaya has also decent amount of time on the clock. And here she should take on c7. Not spend time thinking for... And now f5 maybe. f5 move looks good. Oh, Samay Bhai is raiding. Samay, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you guys, all those who are joining in. This is Grandmaster P. Iniyan, one of India's youngest talents, 18 years old, very, very fine player and such a wonderful talent from Erode in Tamil Nadu. And he is playing against the ChessBase India premium members, ChessBase account premium members. And he is 4 out of 4 here. He's won all 4 games. So thank you so much for the raid. Stay back and see his brilliant play. Bishop takes b6 and now f5. Is that going to be played? Yes, f5. Kimaya is playing well. Iniyan's opponent is Kimaya Virle, a young girl from Maharashtra, Mumbai. And now rook g8. I like black's position, guys. I like black's position. Is Iniyan going to suffer his first loss today? Or will he be able to trick? You know, these grandmasters are very, very dangerous. Soham Chakrabarti says, really nice games. Can I play next game? My ID is Tremor11. Okay, Soham, I will ask Iniyan. Rook D2. Wow, knight D1. Ooh, knight D1. That was a blunder, it seems now. E3 is hanging, rook is hanging. Rook D2 was not required. That's how GMs trick their opponents, guys. That's how they do it, always. That's how they do it. Knight to D1, and now Iniyan is much better. I don't think this should be tough. He was really in trouble, yeah, at some point. He was really in trouble. C5, and now knight B5 check. Pick up the bishop there, or should we play rook FD1? Oh, B4. B4, yeah, nice move. Knight B5 check. And knight takes D4. Oh, Iniyan, this time you were in some trouble, yes or no?
A little bit, yes.
A little bit. But you always are finding tricks, and you are always finding a way out of the mess. Let's quickly see the game here. And how did you manage to trick your opponent? So D4, D5.
Go, see the Slav defense.
Yeah, and here Iniyan, I believe the main move is G3.
Main move is G3, yes.
But you went bishop G5.
I know G3 is the main move, but then I thought why not change it a little bit.
True. Kimaya Virle says, in time pressure. Yes, Kimaya, not time pressure. You had some time, but rook T2 was a slightly over-ambitious move. How is E5 as a move? Is it a good move?
E5 is good, yes. It's a natural move in this position. And no, the point of bishop G5 is I know that it's not so good, but she has to play E5 now. And it's not easy to allow the double pawn and assess that it's good for you. Like she has to take ED4 now. If bishop E6, then I have D5, which is better for white. So ED4 is once again good.
So this is good for you, right? Because takes means you can take with the pawn.
Yeah.
And then knight jumps to B5, so there are all sorts of problems.
Then
so
B5 or yes.
So E takes D4 is a good move.
Yeah, and now E take F5 is equals.
Is equal.
DC3, BC3. Okay. DC3, if I play queen E2 check, then she has bishop E7, BC3, and it's not preventing castle because she can just long castle. Anyways.
And if you take here?
Take rook H8. And if D6, then queen D6.
Oh my god. And it's a pin, guys. Pin here. So you can't win the queen. Nice. Very nice.
So I have to take BC3 directly and then long castle, and then black is better slightly.
Here after BC3.
Yeah, BC3, long castle. I have to play something like queen C2 and knight C5, bishop E2.
Yeah, this looks already good for black. So in the game you took here bishop E6.
Yeah, I can already see that this position is worse for me.
Yeah.
And then I think exchange of queens is at least a better option than playing with the queens.
But you know, Iniyan, when this position was reached, I was
thinking A6 was better.
When?
Knight B6, AB6.
AB6 was better here. Okay. But she played this, and now F5 was a good move. And I thought she can just play rook G8, no?
I'll play G3, the same thing.
G3, okay.
No, my idea was that if I survive the attack for a few more moves, then the kingside becomes H7, F7, and F5 will be burdensome later. I can, if I manage to exchange one rook and get my king to C2, rook D1, king D1, king C2. And then I will have,
take and bring your king here. Then you are okay. But with two
Yeah.
rooks, you are a little
Two
bit
rook
your
and
king.
worse. Yeah.
King is little weak.
Yes.
So when she played bishop e3,
Bishop e3, I played g3. And now bishop b3 or something like that is very good.
okay, stopping rook d1. And now
Yes.
you are a
And
little
now
bit
rook d2
tied
is a
up.
threat. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So Kimaya had to be a little more careful. She went rook d2.
Most natural move, but then I have 81.
Yeah, she says I was already shivering.
Even now she had rook take d1, bishop d5, and then the changes.
Rook d1.
It's equalized.
And it's
I
equalized.
have to take rook d5, cd5. I'm still at after bishop d3. Take bishop d3.
Yeah, this might be okay for white now because too many pieces.
I'll get a pawn and I will probably win that one.
But after take here, this became quite easy to convert. Yeah. And you went on to win the game. Well done. And now moving to the last game of the day, just here I want to bring your attention to this picture here. There have been two organizations who have supported you immensely in your journey. One is Olirum Erode Foundation, who helped you to become Erode.
Yes.
And the other one is your current sponsor, Microsense.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about them.
I was a national sub-junior champion in 2015, and till then I had went abroad except for the World and Asians. I mean, I had went abroad only once, and it was important for me to play in tournaments in Europe and other places so that I gain experience and exposure. And till then, it was my father who was funding my tournaments completely. But then we had to travel a lot and we needed sponsor. And when I won the National Sub-Junior Championship at the time, a foundation in Erode, Olirum Foundation was starting, and they started to sponsor me. They are a non-profit organization who wanted to make our city better, and they supported me till I became a grandmaster. And Microsense Networks sponsored me from 2019 after I became a grandmaster. And in fact, they sponsored 2 camps with Kramnik sir and one with Kramnik and girlfriend. And I learned a lot from that too.
Yeah. I have one picture of that as well.
Both of them.
This is the one where you are learning from Kramnik with Raunak, Gukesh, Prag, Prithu and Leon. What a nice camp. Yes. Me and Amruta were also there. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
And great time. We had a great time.
We learned a lot and we also had fun. Yes.
And also Frederick was there. He had come for a few days. It was a very nice atmosphere. Great. So Iniyan, let's go for the last game. And Kimaya, played. Kimaya says Iniyan and Arvind are my favorite players. So it was natural for me to shiver.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go for the last. Who's your opponent? You choose.
Pawn 10.
Fast pawn 10. Okay, let's go. Fast pawn 10. This is your chance to play Grandmaster Iniyan. This is going to be a very, very interesting game. No one has been able to shake Iniyan today. Let's see if fast pawn 10 is able to do it. Is he accepting your challenge?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Let's see.
Okay.
Fast pawn 10. If you are listening, I know, I think I have. By the way, guys, the giveaway contest for 500k subscribers of ChessBase India, the results will be announced in a couple of days. We have received a lot of entries, so we are going through them. So it will be announced soon.
The game started now.
Okay, game has begun. Fast pawn 10. Let's have a look. This time, what is Iniyan's color? 1 second. Yeah, Iniyan is playing with the white pieces once again. So a lot of d4 we are learning today. And this time he's playing King's Indian. d6, knight f3, castles. He played King's Indian with black. He's also playing with white. That's what grandmasters can do. Bishop e2. And now, what do you do? e5. Why is past pawn 10 thinking so much? Bishop g4. Bishop e3. Okay. Knight bd7. Okay. Now you can castle. I guess Iniyan. Let me guess the moves, yeah, of a grandmaster. And as I've said, I want. Oh, knight e8, h3, h3, h3. Let's go h3. It's a nice move. Or no? Queen d2, Iniyan. Are you want to play? Oh, knight e1. I would have never played this move. I would have never played this move. Knight e1. I'm going to ask Iniyan, why did he play knight e1? f5 now. Black to play f5, maybe f3. Iniyan just wanted to exchange his bishop so that he can put all his pawns on light squares. Very interesting chess, guys. Very interesting chess. Something new for me to learn. Knight d3 and now b4, c5 is the plan. Maybe b3 now. Oh, a3, a4, Iniyan. Maybe he's like a4, queen c2, knight c5. Queen c2, knight c5, bishop c5, and you win a pawn. So Iniyan is like, okay, I'm okay to give up my bishop if I can win a pawn. So if you play knight to c5, Iniyan will take the knight with his bishop and take the a4. Yeah. Queen c2, and now passed pawn tried to block those pawns on the queen side with a4, but knight takes c5. Yeah, you don't even need to take with the bishop. You can take with the knight and now take the a4 pawn. Yeah, very well done. And now pawn up, just knight c3 back. f3 is also looking good. Yeah, f3. Knight h5. b4, and Iniyan is quick. Yeah, he gives opponent no chance. He starts pushing his pawns on the queen side. Takes. And now f5, c5. Yeah, white is just a little faster. And without those light squared bishop, the attack never goes through. Without that bishop. Very well. Very instructive, this move, knight e1. Very instructive. b5. Now b6. Oh, bishop h4. I think he'll ignore it. He'll play b6, yes. And if bishop f2, queen f2 looks good. Yeah, queen takes f2. Nice game. Nice. Oh, now the rook on a8 is hanging. So rook a1, rook a1. And already c6 is a threat. Yeah, c6 comes in, I guess, guys. c6. Just very strong. Look at this pawn chain. g2, f3, e4, d5, c6. Okay, now what do you do? Shall we go rook a8? Okay, knight c4. Just keeping steady, staying steady. Queen a7, exchanging the queens. Look at the time of Iniyan, yeah? 2 minutes 42 seconds. He is not thinking much. He is just blitzing out his moves. And now c7, c8. But he just takes on d6. Very nice. Very nice. Amazing. What a game. What a game. Iniyan, that was smooth, yeah. Smooth win. Maybe the smoothest of all. Well played.
Yes.
There's only one moment which I want to ask you because I think I'll learn a lot from it. Was this particular moment? Let me just pull it up, and also the viewers will learn a lot from this, I believe. Is when I was thinking you will play h3 here and then go for this position, but you played this move knight e1. Why did you do that?
Well, in most of the variations in King's Indian, the light square bishop is very important for black, except for in very specific situations where black take on f3, followed by knight c6, and then knight comes to d4 somehow.
Yeah.
So, but in other cases, the bishop is really important for black. Like, let's say what happened in the game, black played e5, f4, and then g5, g4. No, I'm just telling you. You can just play, just make some moves, f5, f3, f4.
Here, yeah. F5,
yeah, anyway, f5, f3, f4, bishop f2, g5.
And without
some moves,
without this
like,
bishop, it's pointless.
Without this bishop, it's impossible. Like, even if he gets g4 and g3, I can just play h3 there. Move my bishop and then play h3. If there's a bishop on c8, then bishop h3 or something like that will be there.
There is always a threat, but without that bishop, nothing happens. So very, very important thing taught by Iniyan, that knight e1 can be a very good idea. And now, very nice. And here a4 was a bit premature because he lost a pawn. Passed pawn, you tried your best, but Iniyan was very in good form today. He played excellently. And look at this beautiful pawn chain here with a pawn on c6. I loved it. 5 pawns. Sway. Well played, Iniyan. Thank you so much for joining in. It was a great fun. Did you enjoy playing with everyone?
Yeah, I did. Some of the games were really tough, but overall it was fun.
Yeah, it was great fun having you. And guys, how can people stay in touch with you, Iniyan? If anyone wants to talk to you, write to you, is there maybe you can...
Yes, my Instagram page.
Instagram? Okay.
Yes.
What is it?
Which is Iniyan _Panneerselvam.
Okay, guys, if you want to stay in touch with Iniyan, go to his Instagram page, Iniyan _Panneerselvam, and do subscribe to him. Frederick, if you are joining in for the last couple of minutes just to say hi to Iniyan, please click on the link that I have sent you so that we would love to have you here.
Yeah.
Guys, did you enjoy Iniyan's games? Akshay Mohan says, excellent game. Gizmo Girl says, I'm going to play knight e1 against a friend who plays King's Indian always. Kimaya says, all wins. That's amazing. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. We are waiting for Fred to join in so that he can say hi to Fred, I have sent you a link on Skype. If you can click on it. And then you will enter. Yes, he is here. Fred, hello, Frederick, can you hear us? So that he can say hi to Fred, you need to turn off the YouTube stream. Fred, I have sent you a link on Skype. Yes. If you can click on it. Yeah. Turn off the YouTube. Yes. YouTube stream so that there's no echo. And you need to switch on your camera here on Zoom. Fred, hello, Frederick, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, Iniyan, can you hear Fred?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Oh, that's great. Hello, Iniyan.
Fred,
Hello,
can
Frederick.
you switch on your camera or no?
Can you switch on the camera? Where's Zoom?
In Zoom, bottom left, there's a camera. By the way, guys, Frederick Friedel is the co-founder of ChessBase, and he is here. So nice to have you, Frederick. Now we can see you from his
Okay,
home in
Hi.
Hamburg.
I'm installing new hardware, and it was very difficult. But thankfully, I have my son Tommy here, and he
Tommy,
solved
thank
it.
you, Tommy, for solving
Last time
it.
it didn't work.
We can hear you so well.
Okay, this is great. Now, afterwards, he will teach me how to keep on it. Iniyan, your games were fantastic.
Thank you.
What I realize is that sometimes these kind of games are even more interesting than, the top tournaments played with Carlsen and Caruana and all these guys.
Because of more mistakes by both
Yeah.
sides.
Maybe there are more mistakes, but this was fantastic, Blitz. I'm going to replay them all.
Oh, thank you.
So by the way, anyone who's listening, I met Iniyan in Geneva and in Chennai, and he was together with. They were training with Kramnik, and then with Kramnik and Gelfand, and they've all become my dear friends. Like Iniyan and all the others.
Leon and
Gukesh
Nihal,
and what's the other?
Prag,
Prithu
Prithu.
and
You too.
Leon and all the others. They were such a lot of fun, and it's such a pity that we can't do it until 2025 or 2026.
Yeah. And by the way, guys, I must tell you that this, where Frederick is right now, is where a lot of young talents of Indian chess, Nihal, then I think me and Amruta, we are not talents of Indian chess, but we have been to his place, and so many people have visited. He's hosted young Carlsen, he's hosted young Karua. I mean, all the world's best players have been to his place in Hamburg. And at the ChessBase, Anand, of course, when he was 16. So it's amazing. And
No,
also,
he came. I think he came when he was about 18 or 19,
okay,
and then he came over for 30 times or 35 times to stay in my home, and we had a lot of fun. I saw him growing up.
yeah. And you said that Iniyan does look like Anand, yes, a little bit 18-year-old Anand.
Yeah, except he's very serious and a little bit shy. This is not how I remember you in Chennai. You were very animated and a lot of fun. By the way, I'm specializing now in logical problems for children, and I was testing them with all the kids in Chennai, all the super talents, and guess who was the best by far at solving the problems?
Of course, Iniyan.
Iniyan, yeah. He was amazing, and I've posted a video on chessbase.com where you can see him solving one of the problems. And Pragnananda, another of my friends, Prag was sitting next to him and just nowhere close to him. Although he's probably slightly stronger than you in chess, yeah, Iniyan?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes? Definitely.
By the way, Bhav Gurumurthy says, wow, it's so amazing to see Frederick here. Goosebumps at Iniyan Sema. I think, Fred, you have to come more often to these streams. It will be so amazing to have you. And so many stories that the people would love to listen to. But finally, you have been able to fix the Zoom thing, and now we can have you more often.
Well, I have to learn how to do it myself.
Yes.
Tommy made it work. And afterwards, I'll ask him exactly what I have to do so that I can join the chat.
Sure. Okay, so today was wonderful. Thank you, Fred, for coming. Thank you, Iniyan, for this wonderful Blitz challenge. It was very interesting. And I will see you again on next Friday, 8 p.m. with another guest, another player. We will reveal it soon who it will be. Until then, goodbye. Bye bye, guys.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
See you.